Hey YouTube, I've not got a guitar on, it's weird. Yeah, I'm about to go on a wee bit of a guitar safari. I found a nice Yamaha in Kincardine. As you can see, I've had a wee bit of a makeover in the guitar thing. I was doing some sorting out, and these are guitars that I've basically probably bought in the... I feel really weird not having a guitar on. Yeah, so the other thing is, when I was out yesterday, I bought a couple of packets of elixirs, 10 to the 9 to 40... Six, is that what it is? The 910 hybrid set. So what guitars get them? I have, the plan is that the guitars I want to play a lot of, you can't see them, but the Corker. In fact, the three Elixir guitars are there. The Corker, the Lira, the black Pearl Ibanez RG, and the Kraken half strings. So I'm thinking, do I do the Bug or the Paul Gilbert? And I was actually, or should I just do this, because I'm in a band just now with my pal Ivor. So should I do the Roadster, because I mean, when am I ever not going to want to play that? But I've only got 2 sets, so answers on a postcard, and then read the postcard into the comments, and then yeah. Anyway, so these are all the guitars that I've kind of accumulated. Not these two. I was going for a boring guitar motif. It's like I'm with JPAX on her never-ending quest to rid the world of boring black Strats. They're boring. That one, obviously, I've already been at, so it's a little bit interesting. It's like, oh, it's got a humbucker in it. Oh, it's got a... What's that wee switch do? What does that wee switch do? So it's a little bit more interesting, but my God, our Strat's boring. Yeah, so I was actually thinking, it was earlier on, I was sitting there thinking I found an Encore. There's that Encore Strat there. And then I moved it to another room, and then I picked it up again. And it was like, I just put this, 10 minutes ago I just picked it, and I just had 2 of them. So that's when you start going, right, I better count up, see what the stock is. These are ones that have all been just picked up for 20 quid. In fact, one of them was, that one there with the chip in it, I just got last week. So we've got a couple of P-basses, that's Gear for Music. Nothing wrong with a Tobacco Burst P-bass, it's a little bit boring. That one's actually a ZZ Top branded one, so somehow, I know Jen, the current bass player in ZZ Top, actually has a JPAX guitar and a JPAX bass, so it'd be pretty cool if you saw the one that said ZZ Top on it. I'm sure that would be worth a laugh. That's a Squire, actually my pal James pointed out, it was in a charity shop in Kirkcaldy. It was a bit more expensive, and I thought it's just like 60 quid, and I thought, well, there's not really anything wrong, it needs new strings, they're clean, and you're like, well, it's actually a really nice guitar, so I just bought it, even though it's more than I should have normally paid. That's an Acoustic Solutions, which are alright. These are the kind of, the ones that I buy. These are the sort of ones I buy, not saying that these are the sort of ones I buy, these are the ones I sort of bought. It's like there's guitars, the thing is that cheap guitars are kind of all the same price. If you're talking about under 30 quid, yeah, that's where you can get these. Maybe not. You'd be lucky. It's possible to get a Squire maybe if it's broken, but the other ones you get for that kind of money. But you also get guitars that aren't worth anything for that. Lindo, Swift. There's a few you can tell that it's always the same guitar, but with a different badge on it. But once you get to know what you're looking at, I don't even bother telling Jen which one she knows. Just looking at it and you go, oh, it's the one of those ones. You'll just be the... Okay, it maybe just has a shit looking fretboard, but because it's got a shit looking fretboard, you go, oh, it's that guitar again. Everything else on it's crap as well. Yeah, so that's an Encore on the end there. I like that. I'd imagine it's plywood, because if you look at, see the way the sunburst kind of cuts off the corner, that's because if they made the sunburst go round the outside, you would see the layers of plywood. So I'm reckoning that one's probably plywood. I said that's an Encore. It's an Encore Acoustic Solutions. Yeah, but I think going for the colour of guitar thing, you work in here, is it which guitar you're going to pick up, even though you can't see the headstock, so you don't know. If you've watched this channel, you probably know what's in. You walk in and you go, oh, which one are you going to pick up? You're going to pick up that one, aren't you? Because white guitars are better. Definitely. And the two that you're going to go for, but instantly you're going to go white Strat, or maybe go for the Telecaster first. One of them's a Telly, have the Telly, next white Strat, and then what order would you go? Well, I would probably, if I've got the Telly and I've got the bass, I'll probably take one of the basses. Probably take the ZZ Top one because it's a bit more dented. But I do rate the Gear for Music ones. I wonder if Gear for Music will keep going. See that Backs and Gax have closed. I hope we're not seeing the last of the guitar shops. Just end up with a monopoly. Mind you, I went to the guitar shop yesterday. That's where I bought those strings, dropping off. I was in seeing Blitzkrieg's. Went to Blitzkrieg's, cool. He's got Bucky casters. I was in Guitar, and the place was rammed totally. But what time was that? That would be at about Monday at 3 o'clock ish, something like that. 2:30, 3 o'clock, somewhere around, maybe around about then. And honestly, there were 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was thinking 10, but probably not far short. At least half a dozen people, more than that, because if you go to the bass department, actively playing the guitars in the shop, like different groups of folk, and there was lots of. It was like, I didn't bother taking the camera out because it was too busy. It's like, my God, what's going on in here? And it was it's quite interesting hearing people. If you can't, it's like I don't get that much exposure to people who are really shitting a guitar anymore. But I see those people are just doing their solo. I can't even play it badly, but there was a guy downstairs playing the bass, and he was playing this bass. It was he got a really horrible trebly sound, and he was playing away just that wee bit too loud. It's like, you don't hear that farting. Kill a bit of the treble, and he was like, telling us, I've been playing these scales. I've got this scale, and the scale was like, no, aye, that one. So whenever he was playing, you could always hear that note, and it's just like, you just kind of la 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 la. Yeah, quite funny. Good fair play. But I mean, just to be fair, the guys that I put all this, I was earwig, and I was looking at the basses. I was standing right next to them, and I thought, it's lovely. That pure brilliant. It's really good. It's got everything I want on it. Blah blah blah. And it was like a £600 or £700 bass, and it's like expensive, but not an expensive guitar in the shop. You know, an expensive guitar in the shop's £2,000. A guitar in the shop's £1,000, 1,500. A cheap guitar's 500 quid. You know, so it's like, you know, just getting old perhaps. Had a wee look at the Ibanez. Didn't really have that many interesting ones. I actually did see. I need to talk to Jen later on about that. The Jackson Kelly, because they had a Jackson Kelly, not a Japanese one. Didn't have a Floyd Rose. Didn't have Seymour Duncan's, and it was 950 quid. So the Japanese one with a Floyd Rose and Seymour Duncan's and a J-Pax paint job is worth more than that. So aye, that's a good guitar, that one. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't want to oversaturate the world with Bucky casters, and Jen doesn't need these guitars. So I don't know. I mean, the thing is that you could look at it as an investment, I suppose, buying these things, which is what I was doing. You know, being in the right place at the right time. I mean, you know, here's a month, go and collect that amount of guitars. Not going to happen, but over a year or something like that, when you're just like, oh, you just, you know, they pass by and you go, 20 quid, is it? You end up with that many. I think I might borrow some. I'm going to borrow some J-Pax scratch plates and just put them on, or just lay them on top of these, and so every day of the week I'll have 4 black strats sitting there with 4 different scratch plates on it. See if I can help her punch some. She's just got that many. Like, she does them too quickly, so nobody actually gets a chance to buy them. People just look at it and go, ah! It's like, I'd like to buy a scratch plate. It's like, basically give them a picture of 3. Aye, that one. I'd like to buy a scratch plate. Here's a video showing 100. And you're like, I don't know which one you choose. But I think maybe this might be a good example of it. The difference of just having one. I mean, look at that. It's like the shot of this room. It's like how much a J-Pax just sticks out. Imagine what one of these would look like in, like, say, in Guitar or something like that, where you've just got a big line of boring guitars, and then suddenly you've got, what the hell is that? Yes, I think that this one's getting the elixirs rather than the Paul Gilbert. I do like the Paul Gilbert. I mean, if I bought the Paul Gilbert first. It's white. White is good. It does have bizarre pickups in it, and it probably does deserve to have elixir strings, doesn't it? The two Floyd Rose guitars. Why would I have two the same? No, I'll do the Roadster. I'm going to end up flipping a coin. Anyway, there you go. Today's video, a bit unorthodox and a bit different, but also only 10 minutes. None of this half hour, nobody can be bored watching it thing. Rock on. There'll be a guitar tomorrow. Possibly a Yamaha acoustic.